Okay, if this part's recording, I'm just waiting for this to go live. This is Tuesday, July 30th. And I'm just waiting. Eileen, hey, is that you? Are you on already? I know I am. I'm waiting for my my picture to come up on my iPad. I usually try to yeah, right, Eileen. I know. I'm learning this little by little. It's a little I tell you, the delay that's in here really can hose you up. Let me tell you what. So I'm going to try to I might go, thanks Joy, for letting me know. I'm going to try to futz with my iPad here for a minute. I got the chat going, but I don't see a picture. Yeah, my iPad runs it all the time. But something is a little scroogey here. Trying to get my I watched my camera on my laptop just go to the App Store and look up Ustream and download that app and it'll run. Or I think you can even go in your browser and go to ustream.tv, I think it is, and you can get in that way. Yeah, I mean, it is in the Apple App Store. Oh, I like gluey fingers. I don't know what's going on with my iPad, but I see the chat, but I don't see me. Perhaps that's a good thing. I wanted to sign on a couple minutes early. I've actually had it set up for about 50 minutes and was playing around with what I wanted to show you guys tonight a little bit. Had a little bit of a fail. Shy, does that mean your fingers are gluey because you had some inspiration? Who's Wonder Woman? Oh, thanks, Eileen. Okay, so I just posted to Facebook through the camera software, and for some reason my Twitter account's not linked, but Eileen, if you're going to do that, I see you too. Well, sort of. I see your words. Okay, for some reason my, you know what, I'm going to kill my app. I'm going to be away from the chat for just a minute. I'll be right back. I'm going to go in and kill this app and restart it and see if that gives me any better luck. Sounds brutal, doesn't it? Do I have to really use the word kill the app? Oh, God. All right, we're almost back there. I think that's actually going to work. I saw a thumbnail of my hands. There I am.
God.
Okay, now I got to turn my volume off because I'll really hose myself up if I hear myself on a delay. Whew. I made that mistake when I first got on here. Kill the app. Okay. Get this iPad out of the way, but where I can see your the chat stream. So I wonder if I should just go ahead and get started. It looks like there's only a few of you guys on. I mean, I know people can be on and not in the chat, I guess. But I don't want to hold you guys up that are here, so I'll sneak into it. I was at, most of you probably know that I was at, I did meet Barbara. I sat right across from her in Julie Faith Ann Balzer's class, I think it was. And, yep, it was a lot of fun in that class. Really liked it. She's a very sweet lady. It was so funny. We were I think it was in that class. Eugene! Hey! Hey, Pat. It was so funny. We were sitting in that class, and I don't know, it was like halfway through the class or better, and I was talking to Julie from my chair, so I was, kind of talking halfway across the classroom, and it was two women at the same time on the other side of the room. They tilted their heads around and they looked over at me, really like odd, like, who are you? And one of them said, I know you. I know you. And I just kind of looked at them and they said, oh, you're that lady on YouTube. I said, well, I've been known to be on YouTube every once in a while. They said, oh my God, now I know exactly who you are. We love your videos. So I thought that was so cool. They just recognized my voice. So I guess my hands and the voice they recognized. I thought that was so funny. Okay, so let me start to ease into this, guys. So when I was in Create, one of the classes that I took that I thought was so fun and was really easy, actually, but if you don't know the technique, you don't know it, right? Hey, Jean. Oh, famous or infamous, I'm not sure about that. But you probably saw pics of these samples that I put up on my Inky Obsessions Facebook page. These were some of the ones that we made in class. So what this is, basically, is a piece of Claybord. This is the label that's on it when you buy it. I got some at Dick Blick. It's really cheap, actually. Well, relatively speaking, I guess. But it's like $2, $3, $4, depending on what size that you get. The 6x, I can't remember the prices now, but it wasn't much. And it comes in a 4-pack, I think. This was 6x6, 1/8" panels. Oh, hell. Yeah, it's a 4-pack. There's 4 in a pack of these, and it was only a few bucks. So, we start out with that, and we start applying very thin layers of the Silks acrylic glazes. And I'm sure you guys know these, right? Oh, hello. Backwards. There we go. One day, I swear I'll learn this camera. Oh, Michael's has it. Oh, cool. That's good to know. I'm going to teach you how to make the bubbles. I am going to teach you how to make the bubbles. In Australia, you said you're having trouble. Are you on an iPad by any chance? If you are, what I had to do was kill the app and restart the app, and then I got right in on my iPad. Because I have my iPad running here so that I can see the chat, because I got the software camera running on my laptop and I can't see the chat there. Jean, if you want to, you can just send me your money and I'll shop for you and I'll send you the goods. First eye stencils and PBOs. I know, girls, I'm taking you down with me. By God, I'm not going down by myself. I'll be the best decked out art supplied person in the poorhouse. But what the hell. Hey, ladies. Thanks for joining. I'm sorry I'm trying to learn everybody's names still. I know some, but I don't have all of them yet. But I'm working on it. So anyway, this is layers of the silks. I got distracted trying to read the damn chat. Layers of silks. And then we use spritzed water on here to make some watery marks on it because the silks are water reactive. So as you lay them down, even though they're dry, if you re-wet them, they will lift up. It's kind of like the Diane Reevely ghosting technique with her spray inks. Right? You guys know what that is? So, you know, you lay down her spray inks, then lay a stencil or something over it, spray water, roll a kitchen towel over it, and sop up all the extra. And then it leaves that pattern in reverse because it lifts away the paint where the water touched, right? So that's kind of what we did on these because these are silks are water soluble and water reactive. And then we just did layers. We went back and did more layers. We had a hard time making this bubble up there. This isn't a very good example, but see this right here? Those bubbles right there, they're actually burnt in. But we had a really hard time up there getting the stuff to bubble up because they were thinking that it was a problem with the humidity in the room. And I got out, one of the girls was using a heavy-duty heat gun like this. Hello, where is it? There we go. And I bought one because this worked really good. My regular heat guns that I use in my regular art, the Martha Stewart one and the Ranger one, wasn't doing it. Although she said in different conditions that it might. So you might be able to use your own heat gun. But then we used white paint through punchinella or stencils like this fan stencil. No, sorry, this is not white paint. This is the Mother of Pearl modeling cream by Viva. She gave us samples of all this stuff to use. And it's stamped and some marks are in it and just keep layering and layering and layering and hit it with this heat gun to make it bubble. So, that's the one that we did. Here's another one. This one is the one I got to bubble the best. And see all those, where is it? There we go. See all those bubbles in there and the layers, the depth, and like this is, oops, where am I? This bit down here is the raised pearls, but then it has the gold glaze over it, so it kind of turned it gold. You can see it's raised there a little bit. But that one came out, I think, the best example of the texturizing. And then I did this one. I think there's a right side up and an upside down, but I'll be damned if I know which way it goes now. Oh well. It's art. I guess I'll hang it any way I want. Hey, Suzanne. And guys, excuse me if I don't get everybody's name or if I miss somebody coming in because I'm not using a moderator now. It is kind of 3D, Lou Jean, actually. And I'm trying to read the chat as I'm talking. And, you know, add chewing gum to that. And I may end up on the floor multitasking with, I got my iPad, my laptop, the camera, and my mouth. Trying to combine all that. A little tricky. So here's another one that I did. You can see all the textures in there. You can see some shadows. This is raised pearls on there. But next to it, if you see those ribs, like through here, that was where I laid a stencil down and sprayed water through it and picked it up. So here's another one. This one I didn't put the shiny finish on because we taped this one off. You can see there's a straight mark here, here, and all the way across here, right? kind of like a crisscross and then a little notch here. And I was painting them. I wanted it to be like turquoise and brown. And I did this turquoise here and here. And I did, I think this was a gold over here. And I went in here and here to put the brown down, and it came out almost red. It was this cinnamon brown. It doesn't look like it's got that much of a reddish hue to it, but it really did. And I thought, damn it, it didn't look right. So I thought, okay, what can I do to pull this one out? We were running out of class time. So I took a wash of, I think it might have been this brown, and went over the whole thing and kind of grunged it. And actually, everybody liked this one the best. But this is the Pearl Modeling Paste through Punchinella. All these burnt raised dots, I hit them with a black ink pad so they show a little bit better. A couple little penny stamps I threw in there. A couple little turquoise stamps and big white rings. So that's the other one. We had these little pieces of board too, but I just started to paint one this pinky purple color, and I hit one with like a lime and purple, and it kind of got bronzy in the middle where they mixed. But these mix really well and layer really nicely. Hey, last night in my stream, I did some jelly bean trim for the full sheet. Hey, will you repeat turn the cool? Oh, cool, Jean. I think I saw it. I think I saw that picture. Actually, I didn't make the stream, but I saw the picture of that. It was cool. Yep, those PPOs, I'm telling you, you want to eat them, right? So now we got to pick a color. I'm going to do one of these and show you guys how I did them. But what kind of colors do we want to see? Like, I have an assortment of earth tones. I've got a lot of pinky purples of different shades. And I've got a lot of blue, green, teal, lime kind of stuff going on. What do you guys want to see? There's a vote for green. Another vote for green. Green. And I got a purple. Yeah, I'm going to make one now. I'm going to make one now and show you guys how we do it. Hopefully I won't hose it up. Well, you know how that goes. Okay, we got 2 purples and 2 greens. So how about if we mix them? Because that's kind of a cool combination too, right? That's what we'll do. So let's see. Let me pick out some colors that I think might go. They kind of look kind of cool together. Snapdragon, boysenberry. This one, maybe that one. Those like that. How about these 3? Red, teal, pink, anything green. Or do you want something more viney, more like, well, this one's called olive vine, and it is more of an olive color. Okay, let's go. Looks like we got votes for that one. So, let's go with that. Let's see what we get. So one thing this is Jody Ohl, by the way, O-H-L. She is really a sweetheart. And let me try to move this out of the way without tearing down the whole setup here. She was a great teacher, very sweet, very helpful. And this was so easy. She taught it well, but what she was teaching us, now you can do, of course, you know, any kind of color combination that you want, and you can paint a design if you want, or it doesn't have to be just 3 colors. But what Jody was recommending was for beginning people playing with this technique and to get the best results, that it's really cool if you kind of do like a landscape where you just did those 3 washes across, and where the washes met, they blended a little bit. The brand name of the paints, is that what you're asking? Is that Lisa? They're silks, acrylic glazes. They're not paints, they're glaze. They're really, really sheer. And you can get them online and in some core, www.dreamingcolor.com. They are really, and I understand that the lady that owns the company, that does this and the twinks, the twinkling H2Os, and she does some of these just the pigments. She does it all in her house, and I can't imagine you know, what kind of setup she has to pull that off, but she does a wonderful job. Now, which way, I'm wondering which way I should go with these. I don't know how the green in the middle would go. I think I might go this way. All right. Here we go. So I'm going to grab somewhere a piece of my Claybord. Just open this pack up. Oh, and you know what? I'm going to get rid of this painted paper, because last night I was messing around with these new watercolor crystals that I got. I had crap everywhere. And you can see these big blue blobs. They were still wet when I came down here, and I was dragging paint into my sample. But I will make something out of this one because I like it. Put some matte medium or something on there to seal that puppy, and comes another book. Drag me here. Oh, well, what's your name, Scrappy Camper Sisters? I'm glad they dragged you. So, I'm going to start on this, and this is just a clean, dry piece of the Claybord, right? This is a 6x6. Yes, watercolor crystals. I know. Jean, where's your wallet? Get out your credit card. I saw these on Dick Blick. It said new. Well, you know, I got to look at that. I mean, what the hell? So, look at these babies. Here we go, off track like squirrel. Let me find one that's something that you can see. Okay, they come in these little jars, right? And they're called Brusho. And they are watercolor, but they are, I'm going to get this everywhere. They're like, look like embossing powder or something, but they're tiny crystals of color. The colors I'm using here are teal zircon, French lilac, and boysenberry. The boysenberry, I think, looks very much like the Snapdragon, actually. Oh, no. Run, Jean. Run to the computer and buy these things. So I got this little set of, I don't know, what's that, 12, I guess? And it's a palette of all different colors. So last night I was playing with them a little bit. Oh, is that they're from England? Is that right? Let's see what all it says on here. Yep. Sheffield, England. All paints can stain. No shit, I looked like a Smurf last night with the blue and purple all over me. Oh. Okay, let's get her going. So I just got this, and if anybody has silks, I want to mention this too. The formula of the silks, not the colors, but the formula, has been improved and updated recently. If you've had any, let me see if I can grab one before that I have, from the older ones when they first came out. Right? And here's one of mine, what it looks like sitting in the box. It separates. And to get that stirred in there is really, see how it's all the pigments kind of separated from the glaze? It's really a job and a half to get those, you know, but worth the fight because they're so nice when you get them done. But the ones, whatever formulation she used to come up with the new formula, they are mixed and they stay mixed and smooth and perfect from the get-go. Now you'll see this one, I haven't even opened this yet. It hasn't been shaken. It was shipped. I just got them yesterday. Hello, yummy lover. Look at you. Yeah, so they are perfectly smooth. Here we go with the lilac. Lilac, is that what I said that was? French lilac. And boysenberry. I still want to shake them out of habit. But you don't need to shake these. Oh, look at that. That looks, now see, that looks blue, on my camera. That looks cobalt blue. Now I see why whoever that was mentioned that they thought it might be cobalt. And this is a brilliant royal purple. But it's not coming across just like that on the screen. But it'll be Booty Mist anyway. Let's hope. Oh crap, see what I'm doing already? Okay, so you start out with a wet brush, just more than damp, but not dripping. Is that Pam, the Deaver dog? Is that Pam, right? I know, these colors are so pretty. So what I have done here on these first few that I did is I go in with just a little bit of paint, you know, I'm not, or glaze rather, I'm not using a whole lot, and just go back and forth with a wet, not dripping brush, but a wet brush. See that purple coming through there where I smudged it on there? That's going to be called texture. That's what we're doing. All right, and I'm going to add just a little bit, tiny, I mean just like a drop of water will make a lot of difference. And you'll get some over brushing. See where my paper's wet already? That's why I'm doing this part on paper. So these are transparent. So the first couple layers are really sheer and light. And you don't get that vibrancy until you build up your layers. And that was what she was stressing to us in the class. So now I'm going to go in with the middle color, the French lilac. Oh, yummo. And I'm going to let that blend a little bit into the turquoise. That will just make a different kind of a purple color, I believe. Another little drop of water. Right? Maybe another little bit of water that feels a little bit dry. And see how sheer and faint that is? Now I'm going to go in with this boysenberry. That deep, it's like a royal purple. It's not, it's going to look cobalt, I guess, to you guys, but it's not. It is. Oh, Yummalicious is what it is. That almost makes the other one look like it's pink. And see when I go over that, see where the blending line is? I don't know, maybe you can't see with that damn glare. There you go, a little bit. There you go. See where that middle color is kind of blended? And I just have the tiniest bit on there, just going back and forth to get it nice and smooth. It does look a little, well, no, it does kind of look still blue on there, doesn't it? They're silk acrylic glazes, the silks. Now I'm going to go back, and I'm going to go back up over the turquoise color, that teal zircon. That's one of my favorites. I'm a turquoise girl. And put another thin, glazy layer on there. Just remember that it's a glaze and that it's going to act like that. Don't put more silks on there to make it darker quicker, because you won't get the same effect. And I saw people do that in class that were sitting at my table, and they just couldn't get the light-handedness of it. And their stuff was still pretty. I mean, they're silks. You just smear them around somewhere and they're going to look pretty. But they didn't get the look that she wanted us to go for, and the look of her samples and so forth. So this, if this doesn't get to look any more purple, I might change up colors, because that's almost pink. That's so sheer. But we shall see. Put a little teeny weeny bit more on there. So I haven't looked at the chat for a couple minutes now, guys, so sorry if I've lost track with anybody. Clean out my brush between layers. Yes, Pam, hi. Murda, Joanna. Hello, ladies. Okay, gonna go in with this boysenberry again. All right, now that's just 2 layers, and they're still a little bit wet. I don't know, I think I should change that middle one out. I think that's too light, don't you guys? Damn, this glare, I'm telling you. Drive a person to drink. There we go. Sweet mama. See where it's kind of blended, but I think... I'm reading the chat again. Think I should leave that color or go to a different color? What do I have as a different color? Oh, hang on. Let's see, how can I do this without knocking over the world? Oh, yeah. This one's periwinkle. That's a lot bluer. You know what? I might throw a layer in there. There I go, shaking again when I don't have to. Leave it alone. Pam, they're not paints, they're glazes. They're Silks acrylic glaze. If you go to www.dreaming color. Okay, well then I'm going to trust you and I'm going to go with what you want to see. So that's what we got so far, right? So let's put some stamp on there or something. I got this one when I was up there. She had it. And I just really like the font all twisted around and everything. So let's pop a little bit of that on there. Just to put something underneath. Have you ever heard of, Pam, have you ever heard of Luminarts and Twinkling H2Os? No, they're not Jacquards. They're, that's a different product. I think the Jacquards, are they for fabric specifically? The paintbrush is Simply Simmons Watercolor Flat Wash. These are actually pretty cheap, but I really like the brush. I really like the brushes. So I'm just going to hit this a little bit here and there. Like up in this corner maybe. And maybe something down here. Maybe a little something off this edge, just to put a little bit of black on there, because a little pop of black, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to let that, you know what, I'm going to hit that with the dryer really lightly. This baby will blow you out of here, let me tell you. But I'm just going to go really lightly with this, just dry that ink. Almost. Looks like it's still wet up there a little bit. It's still wet. I don't have a clean finger to test it. Yeah, it's still wet a little bit in that one little place. It's Claybord. Yeah, it's really cheap and it comes in a bunch of sizes. 2 packs, 2 in a pack, 4 in a pack. Okay. Now, let me, let's spritz a little water while this is kind of open and you can kind of see what this does. I'm just going to spray some water on there. And I'm going to let it sit for just a second. And then I'm going to roll it just like Diane Reevely's ghosting technique. These will act the same way. So see the paint that it lifted off on the paper towel? And on here, and I don't know how well you'll be able to see that, but there are light watermarks on there now. That just adds another little subtle layer of a little something something. But I want to do more than that. Hang on. Hang on. Shocker, I got a bunch of new stencils when I was up at Create. And who was there? but Michelle Ward with her whole new line, which are really yummy. She's got a lot of those gothic architecture stamps and stencils. Yes. So I'm going to take this one, this little kind of like a brick pattern, and I'm just going to lay it down the middle. Or do I want to go? Let's go this way. I'm going to go a little cattywampus. And I'm going to get my sprayer primed a little bit. And I'm going to spray a little bit more water this time. Just like ghosting with Diane Reevely. And then roll. And see, it picked up some of the pattern through there. So that's going to leave a little shadow of the stencil on there, right? Pat, you can find, for sure you'll find those silks. Go to dreamingcolor.com or look, Splash of Color. She's changing the name over so you can find it both ways. So do you guys see that subtle, wait a minute, let me find the sweet spot. Oh Lord, put your seatbelt on, girls. Dang, I can really see it, but I can't get that. You can kind of see it up in that light green color. Try this. Well, you're going to have to trust me. There's a little shy, light-looking brick pattern in there now. So, I'm going to go with another coat of glaze over top of this. Pat, if you can't find them by the time we're over, I'll send you a link on Facebook. Yeah, Dreaming Color. So I'm going to go in with another, and then watch this over the black stamp, and you'll really see how sheer this is. The stencil is a new one by Green Pepper Press. That's Michelle Ward's new line of stencils. She just had these up at Create when she was there. So here we go with another little light watery coat of this glaze. Still see the black? It's like hardly even covers the black because it's so translucent. That's why it gives you an idea of how many layers you have to build up to get that brilliant look like you see in the bottle, right? All right, I'm going to trust you guys and stay with this lilac color. See where we go with that. See how that's blending up into that turquoise a little bit? And then down into the boysenberry. I'm going to add a teeny bit of water. That's a little streaky here from where I can see. And I want to try to get those streaks out of there. And then I'm going to go a little bit more water. Where are you taking Joanne's class? I got a little bit more purple up into that pink than I really wanted, so I'm going to water this and get rid of some of that. See how that'll water right down? And lighten up. Okay, now, for classes in Massachusetts. Oh, fun. I love taking classes. I really do. I'm like a professional student. So this is still kind of wet. So I'm going to go back and put another little layer on the green. That's kind of drying out. See, it's getting a little bit brighter now. Every layer you're going to get a little bit more of that pop that you see in the jar. Before I go to the next step, I'm going to stop and look at the chat for a while. So if you guys got any questions, get them ready to fire at me here in a minute, and I'll try to address those. I really have to find a moderator to help me out here, because I want it to be fair to you guys. You want to have questions, and I can't always see them, especially when the chat gets going fast, and I look away to try to do something, and it's gone. Put another layer on here because I want to build up that middle color just a little bit more. And then I'm going to go back down into the play bowl. Oh, I can't wait to see some of the new products that came out from CHA. Oh. I know. I need more than a mouse. I need a big rat. Okay, now let's just see where we are. See how that's much more vivid than it was the last time that I held it up? No, Pam, this Claybord was cheap. I think a pack of 4 of these 6x6s was like $3 on Blick. So that's still a little bit wet. You can see the wetness on there. But what I'm going to do, I'm too anxious. I want to bubble it up. So I'm going to, I have a piece of 12 by 12 tile, because this gets hot. You don't want to do this on paper or on your mat. Lord knows you'll have a bubbled up mat for sure. But I'm going to set this gun. This has a control on the end of it. I'm going to set it up to super high, super duper high. Okay, here we go. I'm going to try to, while I can, I'm going to try to hold this up until it gets too hot and try to show you this up close what happens, okay? Just kind of hold the gun pretty close. Don't move it much. It's on the highest setting it'll go. And see that? See what's happening under there? See those bubbly textures coming up? And just do it kind of wherever you want it. It's very random. You can control the area a little bit. Okay. See, I looked away. That kind of like blew up there with texture. But that's okay. It's I don't know. I got this on Blick. I've saw them on like Sears and stuff too, and a lot of it says it's for encaustics. What else? Encaustics and hell if I remember what it was. But it was, I think it was like $72 on Blick, but they were 100, 112, 120 on Amazon and Sears. I think it's just bleh, the silks that are reacting like that, I believe. I don't think it's because see these big ones? Jody told us to go in and push those down. And what happens is you get kind of a crater look to it, which is really cool, but it keeps it from cracking open later and becoming a problem. So if you just push those big ones down, you get kind of a crater look. And that'll catch ink and stuff later when we do some of the final touches. Can you see that? You know what? Here we go. Oh, Lord, there we go. You can see that a little bit better there now. Cool. So I lost my picture. I don't know if you guys did too, but I lost my picture on my iPad, but I still see the chat. Yeah, Gene, I think it's probably the same kind of deal, honestly. But you know how us mixed media artists like that texture. You guys can try it with your regular heat guns, and I didn't try mine. Maybe I'll try it before the night's out, just to see if it'll do that. But I'm going to go over here with another layer of color, and this looks neat when it starts to get colored around the little dots of the texture, because you can start to see it like the shadows of it and the depth of the texture. Let me hold this up here when I get this on and let you see what I mean. See that one little layer there? How much more you see the, where the hell are we? Where it kind of pulls around the dots, right? Or the bumps, or whatever you want to call that. Okay, I'm going to keep going, put another little layer on there. See, now this is starting to come out more of this, the true color of this, because it was looking pink here in person for a while, which is not a bad color. Yeah, this is getting better by the layer. It really is. I wish you guys could see this for what I... 8 for $1.25. Damn, I missed something cheap. I gotta get me a mouse. Or something. Oh shoot, I meant to take this off the tile before I get that all gooked up. Yeah, and look what I just said. Alright, I'm going to move this. Oh, that's all I got to do is melt my damn keyboard. Sweet Moses. So see that one more layer now with the texture and how that's, where, there you go. You can see a little bit down on the darker color in the corner over here. How you get the variation in color a little bit. And around that lilac-y color. And there's the teal. I don't, yes, I'm using Silk's Glazes. The Silk's Acrylic Glaze, I sure am. And it's on Claybord. Really thin layers. That'll let the color build up. Because wasn't it really pastel-y at first, guys? It was really pastel-y, and one more layer just really starts to add a lot. I think we've got about 4, maybe even 5 layers on there now. So now I'm going to do something. I'm going to do something different. What am I going to do? I'm going to add something to give it a little bit more texture. Thank you. Hopefully this is clean enough. I'm just going to take some white paint and put a little bit through here. Is this dry enough? Let me see what we got going on. Yeah, that's good. Oh, look, I did my finger too. Just put some little pops in here, wherever you want them. All right, just a little bit here and there. Okay, now I'm going to let that dry for a sec. Get that acrylic dry. And I'm going to still go over that with some more layers. And I think what I'll also do is, God forbid we don't have any circles on this thing. Trying to catch up with the chat now for a sec while this dries. Shy, I've got some off the Punchinella, the sequin waste. This was a little sample that Jody gave us. I have some other stuff, but I got some on Artfire, I think, and I got some from Etsy one time. And people tell me you can run across it in Joann's. I never have, but a lot of people say they can go in and just get it almost any time. Must be the area, I guess. So I'm going to just take my stamp pad again and a little bottle, a little cap off of a hair product or something, and just put a couple little circles in here somewhere. And even if they're just a little trace of a circle like that, make that one a little bit more obvious. Just little bits, little bit of stuff popping through here and there. That's all we kind of need. We don't need a whole lot. The white is just white acrylic paint. I know, Jean, most of my stuff, nothing has a lid. It's all down here in my mark making box. But a girl's got to have an assortment of circles. What are you going to do? So let's see, what else do I want to put on here? I think I got too many bumps on there now to put another stamp or any kind of image on there like that, but I'm just going to keep building up my layers. Oh, and the floral apartment. Oh. I have no idea where would it be at Joann's. Artfire, yeah. I'm trying to remember the girl's name that I got it from there, but it's been a couple years, I think. But I heard somebody else say somewhere that somebody still has it on Artfire. When they said the name, I recognized it, but Christ, if you're waiting for me to repeat it. No, you're right. You're right, Kemi. A project would not be complete without circles. That's for sure. I don't know what it is. A little crazy on the circle thing. So I want to take... oh, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do a bigger circle. One of my caps. I'm just going to dab a little bit of white acrylic on here because I don't want thick layers. You don't want it to take long to dry in between. And just put a little, just enough for a shadow in there. Yep, I'd be going elsewhere if I couldn't use my circles. And what is it with the circles? I don't know what it is. I'm sure there's some deep meaning there that... Thanks, guys. Well, hopefully I'm not going anywhere, but you never know. Although I love London. My company has an office there. I've gotten to go a couple times. But I like to go everywhere. Oh, maybe so, Jean, with the symmetry. So here's where we are now. Right? And I'm going to turn my heat gun on low. Low, low, low. Low as she goes. And just try to get some of this paint and ink wet. Oh, I'm sorry, dry. Hello. Yes, that's the one. The Gouache Alchemy, that's the name. Now, see, I knew I'd remember it, but I can't recall it, but I remember it when I see it. I know, the circles, you gotta, you know, you gotta like the circles. What are you gonna do? I'm going to try to lift some more of this and get some more water spots out of this for a little bit more texture in the background, but I might, now that it's thicker, I might try a stencil again. Maybe I'll just do the same stencil again and see if I can get anything up through there. Okay, I'm going to call that dry. Like Diane Reevely says, if you look at it and it's no longer wet, that means it's dry. Gotta love that girl. Okay, I'm going to do this kind of spotted, and I'm going to go up here into the turquoise where there's kind of a flat spot up there. It's hard to get this to go straight through. Oh, damn, and then I bumped the stencil. Of course I did. That's okay. It's just texture, right? It might, Pam, because she had actually one of the Martha Stewart guns like I have there and was trying to use that. It just didn't work. And one of the students had this red one like I got. And that's pretty much the only one that would work consistently. And they thought it was because of the temperature and the humidity, because they're, I guess, from a much more, I don't know if they're from a drier climate when they were trying this, or it was really kind of hot and humid. It was when it was really scorching in Jersey. See, I got this much, that turquoise color off of there. So I do have a shadow of that, and I don't know if you guys can see that. Damn, this lighting, I'm telling you. I don't know what I'm going to do about this. But there's going to have to be something done because you guys can't see it. Let me try it on the purple. That's darker. Maybe the contrast will be a little bit more visible. All right, let's try this, shall we? Kind of a lot of water there, but that's okay. It'll give me some kind of something to look at. See how that's all pulling up there where it ran underneath the stencil? That's okay. Don't anybody panic. It'll still look okay. I don't know, Pam, if it's the combination of both. I got the feeling it's just the glaze, but yeah, that's what I think. It's just the glaze. The hell is that? Okay, let's see where we are now. Okay. See, that's even hard for you guys to see that, isn't it? Well, you can see down the middle where this is a little bit lighter through here. Dang, there you go. That's a little bit better. You can see some of the marks through here of that stencil. A little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, now what are we going to do? Let's go with another layer of silks. And this color's going to really start popping, and that's going to tinge the white paint a little bit, which is part of the desired effect. Yeah, it's really hard. If you got to find that sweet spot for how much water, Kim, to put without it running under a stencil. I can usually get it pretty good on paper and get a pretty crisp ghost. But on this, especially with all this texture on here, it's got all kind of bumps and nooks and crannies to run under, so that makes it a little bit more difficult. water. That's getting a little bit too dry. I like that color where these two are mixing right there. It's kind of a funky tealy purple. Oh, shocker, because I'm using teal and purple. Oh, I know. Yeah, the Claybord is pretty, it's pretty heat sensitive. Actually, I think Jody said something about that now, come to think of it. Let's hope not. Bad about leaving the silks open for so long. They had quite a few of them open in class for a good while. So you could just go up and pour a little bit on a plate, and they were open most of the class, and they were still okay, so. These colors are getting really cool now. That's one of my favorite color combinations anyway, turquoise and purple. I love me some turquoise and purple. I know, I wanted to change the colors, but it's coming back. It's still a little pinky, but I don't mind it. I really like how the blends are happening where the two overlap. Pop of white. You know, it's funny you say that, Pam, because you see this? I was going to get a little papa right there. And that's what I'm going to do right now with my little bowl of white paint here. I'm going to dab some of that off so it's not too thick and will dry eventually while we're still young. Thanks, Eugene. All right. Right smack dab in the middle. Let's do that. Let's go off the edge somewhere. Got to run it off the edge, right? Yeah, you got to have a pop of white or a pop of black. Let's put another little one up here somewhere. Let's overlap right there with that circle. Maybe something down here in the dark off the edge somewhere. Where are you going? Let's try to do it on that texture and see what happens. Yeah, probably not a good idea, but what the hell. Oh, that's an even number. Can't have that. Oh. Can't have an even number floating around there, people. Let's see, where are we going? Let's go up here off the edge. There we go. That'll do me for now. Makes me feel better. All right. We're not done yet. Okay. I'm just looking and thinking. Yeah, I think you're probably right about that, Jean, with it having a lot of open time to work. Okay, now I'm trying to think of what stencil I want to go through and put some of that modeling cream on. That's what I want to do. Thanks, girls. I don't know. Odd numbers just seem to look better. Like, you know how they say, like in art, if you, or even decorating your house, if you have 3 of something, it's more interest. And I don't know. My eye really catches it. If I see something even, it's probably a little psycho. I don't know, but I kind of like mixing it up a little bit. Visual appeal. That's it. That's the words. Yeah, it's something friendly about it. Although I really want to put something down here. But I'm not finished yet. I can put some of the modeling cream there. I'm getting off track, people. Let me pick a stencil over here. Oh, you know what? I'm going to just grab one of my smaller ones. Hang on, people. Right around the corner. I haven't completely unpacked yet from Create. And It's quite a disaster going on down here if you really saw it. So I'm gonna, let's see. Oh, you know what? Maybe one of these would be good. Can I get enough of a flat spot in there for some of that, maybe? That's too big. That's probably too small. Probably too big. I'm thinking, wonder if that would work. That might work. That might just be funky enough to work. Squares, maybe? I don't know. I'll play with a couple of these and figure out what the hell I'm doing here. Oh, I always like this with that modeling cream, though. Some of this chicken wire. Oh, I just had an idea. I'll use this for something later, maybe. I don't know how it's going to work, but all right, that's enough to choose from. Go through that whole box. I'll be here all damn night. Okay, let's see. All right, I think I'm going to go with another little layer. I want these colors to be more poppy. Poppy, poppy. That's going to tint that white paint a little bit. Oh, hell, that one wasn't dry. Ooh, that one wasn't either. Rats! Another fail on camera. Hang on, I'm going to dry this puppy off a little bit before I have a real disaster from those white dots. I don't want to get too much of that, the opaque of the acrylic mixed in there. Hi, Al. I'm so glad you're here. Whereabouts are you in Australia? One of my very best friends in the world lives in Brisbane now. She left me. We used to crap together all the time when we both lived in Virginia. That's one thing you got to be careful about with this, that you make sure the acrylics are dry. So that they don't mix in and make your glazes that are so sheer, get an opaqueness about them. That loses that luminous quality to them. Which is a little bit of what I did up here. Oh, New South Wales. Isn't it so cool that I can sit here in my basement and have someone in New South Wales watching what I do at my little table? That's so cool. All right, I think this one's not dry over here. That's the one in those little nubby bumps over here. I'm in Maryland, Severn, Maryland, which is just outside of the southeast edge of Baltimore County, if that makes any sense to anybody, near BWI Airport, more or less. It's about 10 minutes away. So if anybody wants to fly in and see me, I can come and get you from the airport. Okay. I'm going to go with that and assume that's dry. I'm going to go with another layer and try to cover up some of that opaque boo-boo I made. Oh Lord, I think I hear Mojo crying at the steps to come down. I have Lulu again. Remember the little dachshund Lulu? My brother's family's pet. They're down the ocean this week, so I have little Lulu. I don't know why their house sitter didn't keep her, but I love having her here. Ohio. Now who, I'm sorry, I lost track here. Who's Miss Shutterbug that's coming to see me? Seeing this is kind of fogging out those white dots and pulling in the glaze into the white dots a little bit. I don't know how many coats is that? About 10 now that are on there. A little bit of purple. Okay. All right, here's where we are so far. Cool, huh? All right, let that sit there. Just a minute. I'm trying to watch the chat now for a second while this dries. So if you got any questions, fire them at me. Thank you. Miss Shutterbug, what's your name? While this dries, I'm going to walk away for just a second because I think it's Mojo crying at the closed door to come in, so hold on. Mojo, is that my puppy? Are you crying for your mommy? No, Lulu? You little rascal. Is that you crying for Aunt Pappy? Is that you crying for Aunt Pappy? You better behave. Come on, lay in your little bed. Come here, you want to say hi? Come here. Come here to Aunt Pappy. Let me get you, cute little rascal. Hang on, let me move this. Lulu's going to say hello. Let me move this, and this, and this. Just going to go back home. All purple. There's Lulu. There she is. Say hi, Lou. There she is. She's a nice girl. Yeah, she's a nice girl. That's my little Lulu. She's my little hot dog. There she is. There's little Lulu. Come here, baby girl. You want to come down on your bed now? Come on. She's a good girl. Yeah, she's a good girl. Lay down in your bed. There you go. You can stay with Aunt Pappy. You gotta lay down in your bed. Be a good girl. Don't make Aunt Pappy beat the crap out of you. Yeah, tiles. Oh, God, tiles for my hot tub. Holy mama. Actually, I bet you could work a couple of these like into a backsplash or something. That'd be kind of cool, huh? Okay. So what does that need? It needs something, but I don't know what exactly yet. I think it needs more brightness. And I think I need some more watermarks or something, some kind of pattern in the background. I think it's too flat. Elle, thanks for stopping by. It's recording, so if you need to come back and want to watch the rest or see the beginning, you can come back and catch the recording. Thanks so much for stopping by. I'm making tiles on Claybord with silks glazes and a bunch of different layers that hopefully are going to look something like the ones I made in class with Jody, all at Create in New Jersey. That's a good question. What would I do with the finished tile? Sweet Moses, what would I do with all the unfinished stuff that I have, or finished but don't know what to do with it? You know, I think I'm going to make like a, what is it called, a triptych or something, when you have 3 of them, and make something for, Jody had some of hers mounted on a piece of board that was maybe a couple inches bigger on all sides, that was black. And that finished it off. It really made those colors pop. And when you put the finishing product on the top that makes it so shiny, that was pretty cool. So I'm going to, if I've thought about that before, I mean, I'm going to do something with black on these, because it's just, yeah, garage wall. My husband will love it. Like, hon, I'm here to pretty up your garage. I've already kind of taken over the whole basement and one of the bedrooms. Hey, bless his heart. Okay, every coat's making it a little bit more zippy. Right? Oh, a mini Harlequin, you say. Do I have a mini Harlequin? Surely I do. And all these damn stencils that I have. You'd think, wouldn't you? Let me have a little look-see in the stencil bin for my little stencils. I have got to have a small one in here. I'm looking. I'm digging. Oh, you know what might look cool is the text with that modeling paste. I'll think about that one. Or maybe these little, that's too random. I need something a little more exact, defined. Come on, baby. Where are you? I know I gotta have a small, I know I have a large one. That would be too big, though. Too big. There you go. We can make a combined project. Everybody make a tile. Send it to me. Bye, Sammy. Ay, come on. I got too many damn stencils if that's... Oh, I saw it. I saw it. I saw it. I saw it. There you are. Little rascal. Yeah, I don't know how water resistant these would be to be used outside. I'm not sure. Like, I'm going to put a sealer over it of self-leveling gel, but I don't know, you know, with this edge exposed, you'd have to seal that too, I guess. I don't know. That's a good idea, though. One can never. You are correct about that with the stencils. And I'm about to prove that with the new designs coming out from Crafters Workshop that I must have. shoot me now, people. All right, I'm going to hit this with a low heat gun again to try to get some of this dry enough to put another layer on there. It's just a box that I got at Michael's that looks like a book. And, you know, the lid opens on it. And I just put all my 6x6s in there. This heat gun really does have a good range to it. My other one, like my Ranger one, I think it's just either on or off. Yeah, I know, I'm a stencil hoe too. Sweet Jesus. It's not, plus all my eye stencils that Sherry sends me for doing her promotions and videos, added to the ones that I buy from the other places that I like, because I like all stencils. Oh, did you get the new ones from Crafters Workshop? I saw them when I was at Create. Julie Balzer had hers that we could use in class. So I've seen them and I got to touch them, but I didn't get to take them with me. Although Lord knows I tried. I'm going to try to make, I don't know, I just want more watermarks on there. Let me see if I can just spray this. Yep, Lulu. Oh, damn, the phone's ringing. I thought I had that unplugged. Oh, my husband will get that. I'm going to just spray this again. And I'm going to put a couple, like, bigger blobs of water instead of the little sprays. Let that sit for a second. Hi, I'm making some tiles that I made in a class at Create in New Jersey recently with Jody Ohl. Where you take Claybord and layer and layer and layer thin sheer layers of the Silk's acrylic glazes. And do different layers with some stenciling and marks, and then I make it bubble up with my heat gun. I got more off that time. See that? That's going to show a little bit more texture in there. There we go. Now we're talking a little bit more. Let me put a couple big blobs up here somewhere in the turquoise. Got a lot of little watermarks in through here too. Alright, it's a little bit more watermarks on there now. Of course, you guys probably can't, oh, there you can see them just a little bit. That color is so off. This is so purple down here, and it does look indigo. But I promise you it's not. Daggone, this is so backwards from what I'm looking at. But see the texture of the bubbling up, the newbies that just signed on? Okay. This doesn't look as bright as my other ones. Oh, it does look purple? Oh, good. Because it's really, really, really purple. I'm going to go another layer of this stuff because it just doesn't look vibrant as I'd like it. Probably going to wipe out all my watermarks I just did, but what the hell? Nothing saying I can't do more. Another little purple. Lilac. I love when these blend over and make a third color. That's my favorite part. Okay. Now I think I'm going to put my lids back on my silks. You know, I think you probably could, Jean, use the silks on the jelly plate. I've never done it. Maybe while I have them out, I'll whip out my jelly plate when I get this over with. And we'll see what happens. All right, I'm going to hit this one more time. And then we're going to start finishing this one up. Oh yeah, I guess it does look like treetops. That or cauliflower. Oh, our pups are like our kids. Oh my God. Mojo and Babe. Now Lulu's not mine, but she's mine this week. Yeah, I finally got the software fixed on my computer and it lets me record now, so that's good. Okay. So now do we want to try to use modeling paste on some text over there? And I'm going to use this mother of pearl color, so it's going to pop off of there kind of white. Do we want to do the art is, or do we want to just do some diamonds? Give me a vote. Which way are we going to go? Diamonds, Harlequin, art is. Diamonds. Bye. Thanks for joining. Yep, it's recording, so you should be good. Which way you guys want to go? I see a vote for diamonds. Another Harlequin. See, my gut was saying the text, but I'm going to have to go. I'm been outvoted. It's going to have to go with the Harlequin. I'm going to try to find a... Ah, now I'm getting art is text. Maybe I'll put a little bit of both. I don't know where, but I'll give it a try. So this stuff is yummy, yummy, yummy. It's 3D, kind of like modeling paste, but it looks like liquid pearls. Well, not liquid pearls, but pearl modeling paste. Hello. That was very, very clear, concise description, wasn't it? Yeah, I actually lost my picture on my iPad, too. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Where can I go with this? I'm going to put some little marks. I'm trying to find the flat places instead of the bumps. Because I'm going to do something else with the bumps. We ain't done there yet. Let's try it right in here and see what happens. Hopefully my hand's not in the way, but I don't want to look up this crucial stage. Put some more right in that one. And lift. And let me get this off of there before it dries all cattywampus. Okay. A little bit of that. Oh, bacon, lettuce, and tomato. I got some good tomatoes coming back from camping this week. Oh, yeah. Actually, we had a little caprese salad I mixed up for dinner. Well, we had other stuff in that, but I mean, that was... I had some basil growing and some tomatoes, and... But hey, my hubs brought me a big old ball of mozzarella. So I whipped her up some olive oil and some sea salt, and... Yum, yum. Oh, damn. Some of this pink ink's coming off of the stencil. It's my Diane Reevely pink bubble gum, I'm sure. That's alright. It's the way it's going to have to be. You know, one thing I don't know is when this connection gets lost and I'm recording, is it actually recording what I'm doing, or is the recording lost too? Anybody know that answer? I would imagine that it's still recording. I'm hoping it is. See the pearlescentness of this? Trying to find the spot. Where's my sweet spot? It's really pearly. Pearly, pearly. Where the hell are you? Well, that's just not going to show you, is it? Well, going to have to trust me on that one too, people. Alright, I'm going to now add some text. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to let it outsmart me again. I'm going to take a baby wipe and get rid of whatever that orangey color is on my stencil. Oh, see there? Yeah, I didn't want that on there. Oh, and toasted ciabatta. I bet that's good. Good Lord, I had this one all gunked up. Yes, that's a technical term. It is Viva Decor Modeling Cream in Mother of Pearl. Mother of Pearl. There we go. I love the Viva products, but some of their branding is confusing to me. I think some of it's marketed to be in Europe, and some of it gets over here, and then they get the US version of it over here, and they're saying something similar, but you're not sure, but they end up being the same. It's a little confusing. Okay, I'm going to throw a little bit of text up here in the corner. Right there. That's what I'm going to do. Hopefully I can hold this and do this. I did this same stencil with one of the Viva, I think they're called Pharaoh something. I don't know what they're called. Pharaoh something. But they're gritty, like there's sand in this stuff, but it's sandy. And it was like a 3D texture. It was really cool, actually. If I must say so myself. Okay, please come out clear. Hello, lover. You can't hate that. I don't care. Wait a minute. Trying to Where are we? Oh, it's so upside down and backwards. I don't know if I'll ever get used to that. Put on your seatbelts. I'm trying to show you something. There we go. So, I'm going to let this sit and let this dry up a little bit so we can put more layers on here. Oh, actually, you know what? I might be able to put a little bit of something on there that's got to dry too. So let me see if I can get away with doing this without totally hosing myself up. You know what I'm going to do? So, silver or gold accents? Which way do you guys want to go? Silver or gold? I know which way I would go, but which way would you guys go? Modeling paste would work, but it doesn't have the pearlescent in it. Yep, silver is the way I would go too. Seeing a lot of silvers in there. Let's go silver. I can always come back and put a little something gold in there if I want. Ain't nobody telling me I can't. How about that? You know, I think these are of a new formula too, because I got the Inka Gold a couple years ago, and I've used it a couple times, but that baby is hard as a rock right now. And we used some of the, oh hell, this is on here like it could go through the Holocaust and still survive. But it was real creamy with the one that Jody had. So I happened to be in, actually a Michael's up in, I think it was outside of Philadelphia on my way home from Create. Had to make a little bathroom break, and what do you know, a Michael's was there, so I had to kind of walk in. Got a couple little things, and this was one of them. Actually, the gold too. So what I'm going to try to do, see all these little bumpity bumps down here, right, on this. There. Oh, Jesus, finally. I'm telling you, you wouldn't think that would be that hard. All these little bumps right here. I'm going to, oh yeah, that's like butter, melted butter. I know, I can't be trusted. God knows what I'll say next. You probably could put something iridescent or mica or something in there to make up your own kind of blend of something. Well, what the hell? Give it a try with just a little bit. Look at that. Oh, hello, silver lover. I'm going to try to get some of that off of there. I don't need all that, but I'm going to take a very, very light touch and just try to hit the high points of my little goosebumps on here and make them come alive. Okay, can you see that now, what that's doing? That doesn't focus that close, that well, does it? This is supposed to be a real good broadcast camera, but the close-up focusing, I don't think that's great myself. But see what it does there? Hey, Shannon. How are you? So there's a little bit of silver on those bumps. So I'm going to do that to all my little goosebumps. Yeah, it's recording, Shannon. How's Texas? 20% discount on Michael's. Is that on top of your coupons? Lord, girl, don't tell me. I don't want to know. I'm going to have to start homeschooling Mojo. I should have told my husband to buy stock in Michael's. So, see, just a little bit of real light touch of this stuff. And if you schmutz it a little like I just did there, then you schmutz it. I mean, how bad can a little extra silver be, right? Now, we started at 7 Eastern, so I've been on for a little over an hour and a half, but it's being recorded. So you're good. You won't miss anything. Okay. What the hell do I have on the back? Good Lord. Clump of something. Oh, I bet it's hot. Is it humid where you are too, Shannon? Or is it one of those dry heats? So there we go. Here's where we are so far with adding that silver to the little burn up goosebumps, right? There you go. Now that's finally a decent picture where you can get the feel of that texture. You can't really see the pearl in the Harlequins yet, but that is really pearly. I swear to God it is. I swear. There you can get a little bit of that shine in there. See that? A ghost changing interfer. Oh! You guys are... I didn't realize you could hear that. There's at the far end of our house in one of the bedrooms, and my sister-in-law is actually here staying with us part-time for a job that she's doing up this way. She lives in Delaware. And there's something with the ductwork in the spare room where she is, that when you walk on that floor, you can hear what you guys are hearing. I thought, what is she talking about? A ghost? I'm so used to hearing it that I don't even pay any attention to it. Okay, so there we go. Cool. All right, so, oh, you know what I'm going to do? If we can put a little silver on the bumps, why can't we put a little silver on the edge and kind of frame it up a little bit? Why not indeed? Pearly paste, that's this. Viva Decor modeling cream and mother of pearl. That is yummy in a jar, right? It literally looks like pearls. It's got that fine, fine iridescence in it. Really nice. Ugh, the humidity is what kills me. I feel for you, Shannon, because I have hot flashes. When I had my first chemo treatment, I flew head first into menopause and started with hot flashes that day. And that was, thank you, Jesus, almost 7 years ago. So, hot flashes and the humidity, you might as well just shove a sharp pencil into my temple or something. I'd be better off. Oh, was somebody asking what this is, the silver stuff? It's the Inky Gold Metallic Rub. And it's in silver. So I'm just putting a little bit of a frame of this around here. Just a little bitty bit. It's looking a little smeary, but what the hell? If it was perfect, we'd have a machine do it, wouldn't we? You got that right. It's made by hand. Oh, hello. All right, so there we go. Kind of framed a little bit, that edge around there in silver, groovy. Ooh. I don't know how many videos I'm going to have to make before I get to hang out this thing backwards. Christ, I'm going to fall off my own seat. I'm still thinking I might put a couple little black dots in there. What are you thinking? Just a couple little, you know, I don't know. Just a couple little. Oh my God, I get hot flashes so bad, Kimmy. I'm telling you, homeless people will gather around me in the winter to warm their hands like they would around a barrel of fire. So I'm thinking, do I need a pop of black? More than what's on there? Opinions? Anyone? Anyone? My mojo's, not my mojo, not my dog mojo, but mojo's telling me a little papa. Just a couple little dots here and there. Oh, hell, I'm going to do it. Talk myself right into it. I'm going to use one of these little thingies, I think, but that's too big. I just want some little bitty ones. Here, I can use this one. That's smaller. That's what I'm going to do. You can't stop me now. Little teeny bit of black paint. What was your favorite things besides shopping at Create? Oh, gosh. Well, meeting some of the people that I know from here, and that I know from Facebook was a lot of fun to see them in person and get to spend time with them. This class I took of Jody's was a lot of fun, and Julie Faith Van Balzer, I love that girl, and I love her classes. Hang on one second. I'm going to look away here for a minute. My hubs is here asking me a question. What you need, babe? Probably till 10, because it's going to cut me off then. Maybe a little bit shy if I wrap up. You need something?
No, Johnny called Wednesday. Skip's phone number and stuff so you can get a hold of it.
Oh, down. Okay. I'll send it to him. Sorry. So where was I? I know, Jean, you're right. You caught me. Oh, yeah, the little flick of black might be pretty good too. Yeah, look at all these ideas coming around. See that? Watch me flub this up. That's not too much of a good dot there. Oh, that is. That's getting better. He's back upstairs again. You missed him. Mojo was with him. Yeah, Julie she is a hoot and is so talented. I just love her. So let's just do, oh hell, don't screw up on me now. I don't know, did I really need that? Sweet mama. Lulu, come here. Come over here, honey. Come on. This isn't making very good dots. Okay, that's it. I'm done. Color me done. I'm going to leave that dry because we got to do other stuff yet. We're not done. Lou Jr. taking, the online classes of Julie's. I took a couple of those. I don't remember what the heck they were, though. I think I took her jelly plating one, and was it color mixing, or I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. I'll tell you, my memory is shot. Okay, so you guys that are on later, I'll show you, while this dries, I'll show you the ones that I made and created in Jody's class. That made me want to share this with you guys. So here's one of them, and I really like this one in those hot colors like that. We were having trouble getting the stuff to bubble up like this up there, and this one did it pretty well. And it's funny because here where you see it like in rows, I put a stencil down, sprayed water and lifted it, and then tried to melt it right away, or try to bubble it right away. And it followed the water on the stencil and bubbled it. So that was pretty cool. But that's that one. Oy, oy, oy. And this is the substrate that I'm using, the Claybord. I'm using a 6x6 tonight, but this stuff's pretty cheap. It was like $3 or something, $3 something at Dick Blick for a pack of 4 of these. And I got 4x4s, and I got a 5x7 and a 9x12. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with them, but I got them. Here's another one. See all those? There we go. You can see some texture in there. But not too many bubbles, right? Because this one was one of the ones I was using my regular dryer on. And then we all borrowed, one of the girls had this heavy duty one like I just got. And we used hers. This one I didn't put the shiny finish on because it was kind of grungy looking. I started out with, I had tape on here, right down here and across here and a little piece here to tape off sections so that I could paint it and pull the tape. But I wanted it turquoise and browns, and the turquoise came out okay, but the one brown, the lighter brown, looked like a yellowy gold, and the brown came out like a red. I thought, damn it, that's not what I was going for. So it really was an odd combination to me. So I took the brown, and because they're such sheer glazes, I just went over the whole thing with the brown, and it really just grunged it up. And I really liked the way it came out. So that didn't break my heart. And on this one, you know how I did the silver over the little goosebumps on the one we're doing tonight? This one I did black on that one. And you can see, here you can see the pearl. See that on those dots through the punchinella? That's that same modeling cream. And there you can kind of see the pearl. Cool. And then here's the other one that I did. All those I did in class. This is one of the other ones I did in a similar coloration of what we're doing tonight. But I like this, the way the watermarks kind of ran in through here. That's what I was trying to get it to do tonight, but didn't quite get it to do just that. But where we go? There you can see some of the watery, kind of drippy colors. So that's what we did. But I can't pick a favorite, but I really like all of them, and they're all really different from one another. I'm reaching over to scroll up on the chat to see if I've missed anything here. I know I should get Mojo to come down and say hi before I sign off. Okay. I think this is dry enough. That's not. Damn those black dots. Thanks, Fiona. Be gone. I'm going to try to hurry up the drying on this, and then I want to try to, Jean mentioned something about trying the silks on the jelly plate. What made them shiny? This is what makes them shiny. Self-leveling clear gel. Now the glaze dry is actually kind of flat but shimmery. Kimmy, somebody said the clayboards are starting to be carried at Michael's now. I didn't see any at my Michael's when I went up there the other day, but we're not always on the cutting edge. Okay, let's see what we got now. Yeah, I think that's dry enough. So I want to try to put this finish on here so you guys can see this, how that changes the look of it. So let me see if you can give you one good look, top to bottom, bottom to top. Where the hell are we? Ah! Telling you. There we go. Now you can see some of that pearl in the text. Right? A little bit of that pearl. Some of the silver on the dots. A little pearly harlequin. You see those white dots under the punchinella over in the corner here. Kind of blended into like a purpley color. And then the silver framing and the little silver in those bumps, right? Okay. All right, so here we go. Let me get my, I'm going to set it on this tile again because this gets kind of, a little sloppy and runs there. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to use this on the back side so I don't set the damn stuff on fire next time I try to use it. Oh, and this is raised a little bit with that groove in there. That might work out better. Thanks, ladies. Okay, so I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to grab a clean brush. Give me a clean brush here. And here's the self-leveling gel. It's just white and kind of more runny than gesso. And matte medium, it's more liquidy than that. So, try to get this in the frame so you can kind of see it, how this glosses this up. You just kind of have at it. And you have to kind of watch because this is water reactive, so you kind of like stroke it in the same colors of where you are, because see, that's getting a little tinge of the color on it. Just a little bit, but you gotta kind of be mindful of that when you drag it across. And put a pretty good layer on there. And I remembered one thing she said that I didn't do, is she poured some of this out so that she didn't contaminate it with the mixture of colors, because the color of the glaze will pick up a little bit. But I'm trying to blot that off on my drop paper. And I'm just going back and putting, it's a pretty thick coat that's on here. Alright, so I'm not looking at the chat. I'll look there in a second. Concentrating. Takes everything I got to concentrate. Because you know I'm not that smart. Okay, let's see how that is. Alright, let me get that brush in the water. Kind of wipe down this edge because it all runs over. Actually, that might help to seal it, to kind of weather proof it a little bit. Let's see, how can I do this without schmutzing it up? So, ooh, hello. Don't drop the damn thing. That's kind of milky on there when it's wet, but that will level. It's self-leveling, right? It will level out. All the brush strokes will come out of it. And it'll be like a sheet of glass over top of that. And that really helps bring out the texture. The milkiness of it will leave, and you'll see the bright colors come back through again. But it is just a little bit milky. But I'm going to move this out of the way and let that dry and self-level its little brains out. And you know what? I'm going to grab my my plate o' jelly, and oh hell, where is it? Oh lordy, still packed from Create. Hang on. Carry on amongst yourselves while I figure out what the hell I'm doing. Lou, do you know where Aunt Pappy's jelly plate is? Did you take my jelly plate, honey? Where the hell is it? Oh, here we go. Got it! Coming back. Hang on. Sweet Mary, I gotta unpack that stuff. Ew, there's a lot of good schmutzes on here, Shannon, for a book cover. I'm Watch me get everything all schmutzed. Okay, so the only one drawback right off the top of my head, Jean, that I can think of about using, oh hell, about using the silks on a jelly plate is that they're expensive. Each one of these little jars is $7. And that is, I think they're an ounce. Well, it doesn't say. But she ain't that big. It does go a long way when you use it the way that it's supposed to be used for. Oh Lord, and this isn't cleaned up from my bash with Julie. So, got a little extra layer of yuck on here, but I'm just going to flip her over. Use my unyucked side. I didn't have my, I usually have my, what is it called? My Purell. And clean it off, and I didn't have it up there. Lulu, you better lay down, honey, before Aunt Pappy's got to beat the crap out of you. Here's the one I was practicing with before I got online. And it got totally schmutzed because I did these white dots. And they weren't dry. And I went over them with another layer of glaze, and see where the opaque just really made it kind of go, and then I couldn't get it back from there. But this one bubbled up nicely. Hello, where are you? There we go. These sweet spots, I'm telling you, it's hard to find it. I like it right now over here in this circle where these are these bigger dots here. I think that looks pretty cool, but yeah, it opaqued me, so there you go. Okay, let's try to do a jelly print with these. What are they? You know what they are. Okay, I'm just going to grab a random stencil out of my stash, and let's see what happens, shall we? Need a brayer. This isn't washed off from then either. Bad girl. This is a new one. I don't think it squeaks as bad as my old one. Damn thing drove me crazy. I'm not sure how you smell schmutzed. Okay, let's just use the same color since they're here. How about that? Where's my palette knife? Here it is. Oh, I think I got her all crusted up with the pearl stuff. Oh, I make up words to suit myself. Yes, I do. Trying to get all this stuff that's crusted on my palette knife off of there. Lulu, come here, honey. Come here. Come over and see Aunt Pappy. Come here, Lulu. Hey, you little rascal. I think she wants to go up with Mojo now. She likes to snuggle up with Mojo. Okay, here we go. Let's give her a go. See what we get. It should come out very sheer, I would imagine. I have no idea what's going to happen, to tell you the truth. But nothing like an experiment on camera, right? What's the worst that can happen, is what I say. Probably eat through my jelly plate or something. I do not believe so. But this, yeah, these you wouldn't want to. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we get, girls. Oh, look at that yumminess, though. Oh, the purple kind of overpowered everything. Very sheer. You can still see the pattern underneath my table. I mean, underneath the plate. That was too much purple. Everything kind of blended together on that one pretty easily. I'm not set up here for jelly plating. I'm all discombobulated. All right, let me grab a piece of paper. And here we go. 1, 2, 3. No, I don't think it'll hurt it either. Honestly. Actually, I'm going to do this to clean my brayer. So there you go. You can see the shimmer, and it's kind of interesting because you can see the color of the shimmer. Seeing that one heart right in front of my thumb, you can see some of the blue in that shimmer. But I don't think it's any more special than any other thing, and with the price that it is, I would not use it on a jelly plate. That's just me. Yeah, but look at that. You know, everything seems to be cool when you pull it up off of here. Don't get me started. I'll be here till frickin' 1 o'clock in the morning now playing with this. Thank you very much, people. Okay, clean off my little stencil. And yeah, I don't see where there's a benefit to this. There's a lot cheaper shimmery paints that are more opaque and show up better. Just my 2 cents. That's about all I got left after Create, let me tell you. Damn place. People are going to break me up there. But, yeah, so that's what we got there. I'm going to set this aside. And I thought, while I have a little bit of time and while this dries a little bit more, I'm going to, I'll show you a couple other things that I did up there. How about that? Where the, I'm running out of space to put things. I'll shove that in that corner for right now. So I took a class with Carrie McKnight Holbrook. I don't know if you guys know Carrie McKnight Holbrook. And it was called Tiny Tarnished Tomes was the name of the class. And I didn't finish my project in her class, but I can finish it. I know how to finish it. This is the picture of what they were. They were tiny books, but they were really cool in person. So what she did was she used, you guys will love this idea, and I know you'll all be headed out to Home Depot tomorrow, but the book covers, Shannon, get ready for this one. You probably already have used these before. Formica samples from Home Depot. You know, they got them hanging up on the little boards. Yep, that's what the book covers are made out of. And then we used polymer clay in molds and made structures to go on top of the books and kind of personalized the stamps a little bit, added little bits and things to it. And then we used this really cool, oh my god, these metallic paints were awesome. Let me tell you what they were, or who they were from. Where the hell? Page 6. She gave us this really nice book, and everything is in here. It's really nicely done the way she did this. Where does it tell me where to buy those paints? Hang on. They're Formica samples. Yep. Just Formica, like Formica countertops. Yeah, man. So, okay, here it is. We use different products from a place called Townsend Atelier, I think they pronounced it. It's www.townsend, Townsend, and then the last name is ATELIER.com. And they have a product called Metamold and metal coatings and patinas that we used. And they're all from this TownsendAtelier.com. Yeah, you can just take them. If you can run fast enough to get out the door before they see you taking 400. Note to self, take a bigger bag when shopping at Home Depot. So anyway, then we painted them. I chose copper because I love copper and I love the patina that it turns. So we used this copper paint. We taped off a part of the Formica chip. Here's the inside of the chip color, right? And we painted it with copper paint. I chose copper. And then we sprayed it with this patina that makes the metal, because the paint is heavily laden in the metal that you choose. So the patina makes the paint do whatever it would do in nature, but almost instantly. And so this patina turned that turquoisey color. I did this one for my niece Chelsea, because an anchor she is the one who we lost my sister-in-law 3 years ago, and that was her mom, and she always said my mom was my anchor, so I made this one to make a little book for Chelsea with a button I had off of it was a St. John's button. Trust me, I don't have any St. John's clothes, but I had a button. And that was going to be on the back of the book. And this little, I don't know what it is, it was just something that I added. I made a snake and made a coil and punched holes and made it a little bit different than the stamp. But this will be the front of the book. And this will be the back of the book when I get it finished. This is another one that I did, and this is why I didn't get one finished. I was trying to get all these done. I did one, I don't know, with hands and swirls. I like hands and swirls. I don't know why, but that's what I did. But I like the patina on that one. And here's a little swirl for the back of that book, right? So one day I'll get these put together. But one thing that I thought was really a cool idea was, see this black tape? She gave me some to bring home so I could finish it. You know how you get the bookbinding tapes that are expensive and they're kind of like, they're cloth and adhesive on one side, all that good stuff. This is soccer tape that she gets at Walmart in the sports section. And it's really nice. It's sticky as all get out, and it's black, stark black cloth. And I thought, hey, next time going to Walmart, I'm going to get myself some of that. So, anyway, that's one of the projects that I did in another class. So I think those will be really cute when I get those finished. And that's the magic time is when that'll happen, but I really want to do them. So I will do those. A lot of things I take classes for, I come back and I never finish the damn things, but a closet medium. Oh God, I'm a closet 3X. Oh God. Ay. So hang on, I'm going to be going in my bag for some marbling papers that we did. Lulu, what are you doing over here, honey? You better come over here with Aunt Papa. You're going to be in big trouble, girl. That's right. You're going to be in trouble. You know it. You don't want to get in trouble. You know to be a nice girl. So, somebody asked me what kind of medium. Are you talking about the medium that I put on top of the project that I did tonight? If so, that was golden self-leveling clear gel, if that's what you meant. So I took a class with Dee Fisher. Oh, hell, I lost my Formica chips. For marbling papers. And we marbled, and we spritzed and splattered and marbled. And I love what I have, but honestly, I'm not sure that I would do it again because it's a lot more time consuming and hit or miss than I thought it would be. But I am going to try the shave cream marbling, and maybe I'll do that on a what is this we're doing? Ustream. Maybe I'll do that on a Ustream. But it was fun, but it took so damn long. I couldn't believe how long it would take to prepare a tray of water with paints the correct way. And I used the, and of course I bought a box of them she got them from Dick Blick. They're, Suminagashi, is that what it's called? The Japanese inks that they use for some of the marbling. And then we did acrylic marbling. Well, the acrylic marbling is supposed to be a lot more vivid. I don't know, I guess I didn't have enough paint down and it wasn't as vivid, but anyway, here's some of the examples of what we did. This was some of the Suminagashi inks. And I did it on paper that had these pink splotches on it. She had brought us all the paper to use. So that's kind of like blended in with it. It's kind of cool over here where it's like blue got into that swirl. That's all right. And I stepped on this one under my table. Got a little boogered up. These, you had to see those streaks on that one? That's because this one didn't get washed off. What I didn't know is, there's YouTube video marbling on water with alcohol inks. Oh yeah, you know what, Lugene, I think I've seen that before actually, many moons ago. I'll have to look that up again. But see all that black that's on there? It looks like it's run down here. There was a little bit of black that made this gray in the pattern in the ink. And once you marble it, when you lay the paper on the water into the ink, and then you pull it up, you put it in a tray of water, and you rinse it, and rinse it, and rinse it, and rinse it like 20 times. And I thought I had it all off of there, and you can still see how that dried. It just looks grungy. It looks crappy. So this is actually acrylics, and it's, oh, there I'm pixelating. I don't know if I'm pixelating for you guys or not. I know, Eileen, I used to remember the spin art in Ocean City. I loved doing that as a kid. I did one every year. Lord knows where they are. But this is one, it came out way too pale for what I was hoping it would do. Oh, and some of these I just dipped in all the way under, so it got the front and the back. And some of the backs I like better than the fronts. Like that was a back. That's kind of funky cool. Lulu, where are you, you little shit? Now this was a front, and I didn't like the way that came out at all, but that was the back, and I love that. Oh, thanks, Lugene. Yeah, it's cleared up here now, too. This is probably one of my favorites right there. I'll do something pretty with that. Maybe cover something. I don't know. So anyway, just ones I tried to make those fancy little rakes in it, and it sounds a lot easier than it is. And this one, somebody was spritzing around red and flew on my yellow and gray paper. This one I actually did on yellow paper. So that came out a little bit more vivid, but that's because of the paper background. This was on a lilac paper. It's real faint. That's okay. You know, nothing I would really care. These are on gray papers. She had all these different color. Another with the red paint splatters from my neighbor. I don't know. I look at this like an ink spot and somehow I see a penis. So we'll move on. No, let me put that one in my special pile. Oh, Lord, I know I'm not right. But anyway, that's what we got. More pigs. They're all like pastel-y colors, which I'm not a real big That's kind of cool how it marbled. But that's, you know, it's just kind of baby paper stuff. I don't know. But it was okay. I did it. It's out of my system. I'm going to stick. Now, these were probably one of my favorites, too. This one here came out pretty cool. All right. Oh, God. And this was, what the hell was this? Oh, we were in Jody's class to do what we did tonight, and she just had us play with some of the silks to see how they acted, and some of the pastes to see if, showing you how to put them through, stencils. You can see the pearlescent in the pink. There you go. That's the modeling cream in the pearl. Now you see the pearl. This is in turquoise. She had a turquoise one there too. Now I finally get the thing to show you on a piece of paper. Criminally. So that was my pattern paper ordeal. And what else? I had a really cool jelly print that I did. Oh. Where is that? In Julie's class. And one of the girls in the class really liked it so much, and I gave it to her. She even offered to buy it from me, but I gave it to her. But Julie had us make stamps. She had us bring thick craft foam, like, the thicker stuff, right? And then some of the adhesive thin stuff. And then basically we just cut shapes out of the thin stuff, stuck it on the thick stuff, and then you got yourself a stamp. So I was just fussing around with it this weekend, and this is one that I made. And here's another one. One of the kids that was with us camping this weekend, I broke out the stuff, and she made some of this, and then I added some of the other stuff to finish it. I probably won't do the shaving cream shy for a little while. Anyway, these stamps are really cool when you use these on on your jelly plate, because it'll cover the whole plate, right? And it picks up wherever these patterns are. It picks up the paint and leaves the reverse. And they were really fun on the jelly plate. Actually, if you follow Julie's tweets or her blog, she's got some of my pictures are up there that she took for the class, and she's got a picture of that one. It's got a pink and it's cobalt teal and a light magenta, and they kind of, I put them on together, and they kind of mixed and made purple throughout the teal and magenta. And then over top of, then I pulled it with one of these stencils like this that I did, or stamps rather, and then I took that sheer do you hear Lulu? I know she wants to go up with Mojo. I'll let her up here in a minute. So then I went over it with the sheer thin gold, Golden's Gold, and used one of my catalyst wedges to swirl off some of that paint and put that sheer gold over top of it. It really looked cool. Julie Faifan Balzer. It's Balzer Designs, B-A-L-Z-E-R Designs is her blog. It's on TypePad. Let me take care of my little Lulu over here. Lulu, what you doing, honey? You ready to go to bed? Are you so sad? Go get Mojo. Man, she hauled her little butt up the steps. She's so funny to watch her run. Little rascal. So what else, what other class did I do? I think I'm missing something. God forbid. What did I do? Oh, I don't remember what I did. It'll come to me. Grace, I'm telling you, I can't remember what I had for breakfast. It is not getting... not a good thing around here with the memory. I got to tell you, I'll show you a couple of these new stamps and stencils that I got from. I know I'm a hoe and I can't help myself. I don't know what to tell you, people. Don't follow me or you're going to hell in a handbasket with me. But I got some of Michelle Ward's. These actually were really reasonably a way to buy these stamps, because she had them in the whole sheets. This is the I'll show you the pictures. This is the Gothic architecture ones I was telling you about. but it's the whole sheet. And what I'm going to do is just lay this on a piece of the, what's that sticky stuff called that makes your stamps sticky so you can put them on a plastic, what the hell is it called? You guys know what I mean. But anyway, put the sticky back on here that makes it adhesive. You put them in a print block and stamp them. And then just put a whole sheet on there and then just cut them out. So I got those, and I got the fronds. And this is kind of a miscellaneous one, but she had me when I saw the poppy pods, because I love the poppy pods and the ferns and the textures and the swirls. And let me show you this way. You can see what the hell I'm talking about. Right? Yes, the cling stuff. Thank you. No, hoe is for hoarder. Let's stick with that. Acrylic block. There you go. See? You guys help me out. But what I wanted to show you is with her stencils, what I thought was a really cool idea, and why other places don't do this, I do not know. But, so here's one of the poppy stencils, right? That's what it looks like, although that image is smaller than it actually is. But she gives you the masks as well. You dig? So look. Here's your stencil for all the poppy pods. But she gives you all the cutout masks that you can use too. Why don't they do this? Because there they are. Right? So, I thought that was kind of cool. It's like a twofer. I love me a twofer. I do. So, I thought, you know, that was kind of cool. And they weren't any more expensive than any of the other stencils that were there. So, and they were different. And I love me some poppies. I'm a poppy circle curl. Hey. Oh, Lord. So, anyway, got some of that stuff. Got a little of the geometric ones. Fronds. These are kind of like the stamps, but they're stencils, fronds, right? These. This one, unless you saw this one used in action like she taught in one of her classes, one of my, I know, Shannon, right? You get both pieces. So this one, one of my friends up there is, she took a class with Michelle Ward, actually. What the? And this is Michelle's stencil, and they used the stencil in class, and they made a book out of corrugated cardboard. And then they used this stencil with a like an X-Acto knife, and traced, cut out one layer of the cardboard, and then peeled it back so you could see the corrugated little ridges underneath of it. And they made all these little like holes and passageways and little peepee things all through the book with this stencil. Because she kept saying to me, I gotta get down to Michelle Ward's, I gotta get that stencil before it's out. And I didn't know what she was talking about, but I did see her book. So when I got down there before her, because I was one of the first ones in line, now I know that's a shocker, but it's true. I was elbowing my way up to the table, which you must do when you're there. You know, it's eat or be eaten. I mean, it's talking about stencils, buddy. I'm eating them. So, I got to this one. I thought, oh, that's the things in her book. So I grabbed two of them and held one for her. And then when I saw her come in, I heaved it back over the ground to her. Make sure she got one. Oh, God. And this one, Carrie McKnight, that did the little mini book thingies, she does a line of her own stamps. They're all full sheets. And I thought this would be really cool for my jelly plate. I've looked at it. I don't know how many. Why am I taking it out of there? I can show you a picture. Oh, no, I can't. Oh, no, I can't. I don't know if you'll see this one or not. I've seen this one the last couple times I've been wherever she was teaching, and just like drooled over it. And now that I do the jelly plate thing, I think this will be so cool. Let me see what I can put behind here to see if you can see the design. But it's like tattered lace. There you go. That kind of shows up pretty good. And I think that'll look really, really, really nice on a jelly plate. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. So we have lots to play with. Gonna have to get Mojo a paper route to help Mommy pay for these. Are those stencils the same size as the stamps? No, they're bigger. The stencils are bigger. She's got a couple that I really liked of these big stamps, and they're deep, so because she does a lot of polymer clay, and these are etched really deep, so you can use them for a bunch of different things. We actually use these for some of the textures on the tiny books that we did with her. She had all these stamps laying out for you to use to put a texture in the stuff that you put over the... Sweet Moses, why am I even trying to put this back in there? Lord, Lord, Lord. The lace stamp, that's by Carrie McKnight Holbrook. K-A-R-I. You'll find her on Facebook too. I'm sure she's got a blog, but Lord, I wouldn't want to be the person that puts these damn things together. I'm ready to shoot myself. The Back Porch Artesa. Carrie McKnight Holbrook. K-A-R-I. There you go. She's got a bunch of different designs. And then she's got a bunch that are full sheet, but they're divided like into quarters, and they're different textures or whatever in each quarter. Oh, she's got an Etsy shop. The Back Porch Artesa. Down here's her Etsy shop. I guess you can buy these there. Got her? Back Porch Artesa. A-R-T-E-S-S-A. And there's her, her blog is on Blogspot. Back Porch Artesa. At both places. So there you go. You can find her. And Michelle Ward's, her stencil company and stamp company is, she goes by greenpepperpress.com. Green Pepper Press. That's got a lot of fun ones in it. So, but you know, there's something else. What the hell else did I do? I'm trying to remember what I did up there. That's sad, isn't it? Oh, you know what else I got this little... Where the hell did I put it? Hold on. Oh, where are you? My little tag book. Oh, here we go. I forget who was selling these. But it's a Prima product. And I looked at this and I thought, yeah, that's the dowel thing. That's not too much my style, but I like the other stuff. Not that I don't like dowels, it's just not what I do, because one would have to be talented enough to draw said doll. Right? Which I am not. I can't draw neither a straight nor a crooked line. It's a problem. So that's why I do organic designs, unless it's a stencil. So this has 48 sheets in it, right? And they're tags with this vintage text on it. And I just had to have those. And I thought, what is that going to cost for that? It was like $7, I think, or $7.50. But they're all the same, and they all have this vintage text on them. And I thought, what a great background to start with. Cincinnati in August, Stamp Away, USA. Is that a big show, Pam? Oh, I know what else I can show you. Where did I put that little rascal? Oh, somebody, oh, it was the ink pad from New York City, the store, the ink pad. They were there at the vendor night, and they had the new Diane Reevely ink spray pads. Got 2 of those. I didn't know they were even out yet, but I grabbed 2 of those puppies. You know, you gotta have them. And this is the neatest, Shannon, you'll really like this. I know you like journals and stuff. But this, the ink pad had these too. And I think it was like $7, $5 or $7. And they're made in Italy, I want to say, or France. Well, they look French to me, but I thought I saw something that said made in Italy somewhere. But there's French verbiage. Let's go with France, shall we? Oh, 2 levels. Ooh. But this little journal, you know, it was just one of those things, like you looked at it and you felt like you had to have one because it was only like $5 or $7, I think. But it's really cool. It's got this your little ID page, and then it's got all these line pages with the date slot up there. You know, for whatever you'd want a date slot up there. I don't know if you're journaling or whatever. I'm not much of a journaler, actually. But then the middle, the paper changes to this dark mini graph paper. And then in the back, you get a third kind of paper, and you can't see it, I'm sure, but these are perforated right in the middle. They're perforated down the edge and down the side. This girl stamp on the tag, is that one of the Prima stamps? You know, I don't know if it is or not, to tell you the truth. I'm not that familiar with their stuff. It probably is. It actually looks like a stamp that was cut out. I could not tell you. But, yeah, this just, it feels nice, and it's a nice size. I don't know what it's, probably 5 by 7, I bet. Something like that, but you know what? What are you going to do? Felt like I had to have it, so now I do. Now what? Okay, what? You know what? I gotta think about this a minute. What other damn class did I take? Oh, I know what it was. I know what it was. The lettering class with Julie on Sunday that I'm forgetting about. But there's not really much to show for that one other than letters. You know, you've seen letters before. I really need to clean up down here. What in the hell has happened? We got stuff on top of stuff on top of stuff. It's usually pretty organized. But when I packed up for to go to Create, it was kind of in a bit of a scramble. And then I came back and I was too pooped to unpack. And then we went camping this past weekend with some friends and had to pack up for that. And got home from that and still haven't unpacked from that. And there you go. I need to clone myself, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how people do it with kids and families and all that stuff, but I love the one that is lettered eraser that fades out. See, I love the one that is lettered eraser that fades out. I don't know what you're talking about. I lost you. Yeah, I'm with you with that, Kimmy, with the organized thing. I mean, I did, actually, when I did my, when I got my pieces from IKEA, when I redid my little area down here, that really was a big help. And, I have, you know, I can work pretty quickly. And, Did someone say the dreaded word O on here? Organized. So it has been a big improvement, but it is literally a disaster at the moment. Everything in the cupboards are okay, but there's a lot of stuff out of the cupboards. I'll have to look at Cincinnati. I wonder how far that is from here. I cannot go to that. What the hell am I talking about? My husband will shoot me. That, or I should throw myself in front of a tractor trailer or something to stop myself. Yeah, Lou Jean, there's a couple different pictures of... oh, and the one on her blog where somebody's coloring in the word Zen, that was mine that I was doing. And then she's got that jelly print picture up there. So this is not dry. Now we have a fingerprint for more texture. Always trying to push the envelope. But see that sheen that's getting on there? I like that. I like that shiny. So I think I'm going to put another layer on. I would love to go, Pam, trust me, but after the expense and the trip to create, I think I blew my budget there for a while for my traveling art stuff. I also do the Art and Soul when it comes to Virginia Beach, and that was in April. So I've, unless something comes to my backyard, it's bad enough having the Queen's Ink 15 minutes away. I don't know if any of you guys have ever been to that store or if anybody's online locally. Oh, yummy. My heart starts racing when I pull in the parking lot. So I think I might slip another layer of this stuff on here. What's the worst that can happen? I don't know, but I think I've demonstrated that a number of times. Better Sheen than Charlie. Hey. Yeah, poor old Charlie Sheen. I think he peaked a little bit early in his life and career. Poor fella. Yeah, it is. Virginia Beach is fun. It's similar, yet different classes and teachers. Oh, thanks, Kimmy. I love Donna Downey too. She comes to the Queen's Ink, and I've taken a couple of her classes there. And actually, one of my friends is moving just outside of Charlotte. I think this week, actually. We just had a little going away bash for her the other day, and she said, I said, well, whereabouts are you? I was looking, and one of the girls that was with us said, oh, isn't that near so-and-so? And somebody else said something about Donna Downey's, and I thought, oh, hell, I'll be coming to visit when you move down there. Going to see DD. She's a hoot, isn't she? She is a hoot and really talented. Really good ideas. So I'm slathering another coat of this self-leveling gel on here to give it a really high gloss, glass-like finish. Gonna hit the edges too. Clean up some of this and maybe get a little seal on there. Oh, I bet I've seen pictures of her studio, but I've never been there. Like Mecca. It's on my bucket list. I got quite a bucket, let me tell you. Criminally, I'm gonna have to win the lottery somewhere along the line to get near my bucket list. But a girl can dream, can't she? I need more in the middle here. I have my fan on running over here to my right, and I think it's getting a little bit on here to hose me up. Oh, I'm a drippage girl though, Lou Jean. Doesn't make you a bad person. That's why everybody likes something different. That's what makes the world go round. Okay. All right, girls. Well, it's getting close to the bewitching hour. And Mama's got to get to bed soon because I got to go to work in the morning. I'll show you this next time so you can see what it looks like when it's hardened up and, you know, has self-leveled. I'm just reading the Criminelli thing. $10 an hour. Wow, that's a good deal. That's not a bad deal at all. So anyway, here we go, girls. I'm going to wrap it up. That's where we landed. Trying to find my sweet spot. Where are you? It's really shiny now with that wet leveling gel on there. But you can see all the little layers and bits and how it got more rich. And the depth of color grew as we started. Remember how pastel-y that was? Yes, I made up another word. But there you go. But if you can picture that. Oh, let me do this. Like I was telling you, she had hers mounted on a black board that was a couple inches bigger. Here's a papa for you. Say that would look pretty cool. Mounted on a black frame. You'd want to mount it a little bit more symmetrical and not quite as crooked as I have it here. But you know what I mean. There you go. Everybody go get yourself some Claybord and some silks and some leveling gel and a big ass heat gun and tear it up. Thanks for being here, you guys. I really appreciate it. And I'm glad you enjoyed it. I always do. I just wish I could read everything while I'm working. I'm going to have to get myself a mole or a mouse or whatever the hell you call them. You know, we'll do it again sometime soon. I just have to figure out what to do. Got to come up with another project. I see a little dry spot. I'm going to throw more of this on again. I'll probably be here till midnight. What the hell am I talking about? Thanks, guys, for joining. I really appreciate it. And if you join late, it's being recorded. And the recording is actually going to shut off in just a couple of minutes because I got on a few minutes early. What time is it? 9:44. Oh, it's got a few minutes yet. Yeah, I know. I need something. I need an assistant or something. Lord knows. There we go. I think I got it. Okay. I'll clap. Thanks for being here, you guys. I really, really appreciate it, and I'm glad you enjoyed it, and we'll think of something else fun and cool to do the next time. So if you got an idea or you got a request, hit me up on Facebook or email me, or you guys know how to reach me, right? Jelly plating with Poppy stencils. Yeah. I'm sure they will be showing up sooner than later. Thanks, hugs and blessings and smooches and claps and all that good stuff back to you guys. Bye. Poppies. It's hard to hang up from this thing. You guys are so funny. Yep, so there we go. One last view with my second coat. Still see the brush strokes, but they'll be out of there by the time it dries. And you know what? I could have lived without the little added black dots. I think the spritz would have been the way to go. Join my art journaling group on Facebook. We're all there. Oh, Pam, send me a link to that. Send me a link to your art journaling group, Pam. I'd love to do that. All right, good night, ladies. I'm really going this time. Bye. Stay tuned. It's over tonight, but I'll be back.